Hi. It's been a while, isn't it? I haven't done an episode like this in so fucking long, and it feels good to come back to it. If you couldn't already tell by the title of this video, today we are going to be discussing the legendary SpongeBob deleted scene rumor that was the supposed deleted scene from I Was a Teenage Gary. It's actually been a subject I've been wanting to discuss since last Halloween, but I held it back because I wanted it to be a collaboration with Blame It On George. However, as you probably know, that never happened. I did try to get in contact with him, but I don't think he responded yet. So I decided to just take matters into my own hands and decided to do the video myself, which I'd say I think is for the best. But before I can dive into the subject, I would like to mention that if you do enjoy this video and you want to support this channel even further and support the content that I create, then be sure to go check out the merchandise store. The link will be in the description. We got a lot of new merchandise out lately and we got a brand new store redesign. So if you like to support this channel, then be sure to go check out all the shirts and cups and other designs that we have in the description. It's definitely going to help the channel out a lot. And if you don't want to buy any merch, then just go check out the store itself. I've been working really hard on it. Oh, and before we dive into the video, I would like to mention to Viacom themselves that I will be using clips of SpongeBob's SquarePants under the fair use laws here in the United States. I'm only going to be using small portions of the video to examine what I'm going to be discussing, and I'm not using extreme amounts of clips from the episode for people to be able to just watch it on this video. So I am using the clips of these SpongeBob episodes under fair use laws. So with all that said, let's dive right into this mystery. Let's start with the episode itself. I Was a Teenage Gary. This was the sister episode to Scaredy Pants, the first SpongeBob holiday/Halloween episode to be made, with both airing on October 28th, 1999 in the US. The episode shows SpongeBob and Patrick leaving for a 3-day weekend to go to a jellyfishing expo. Squidward is then assigned the task to take care of Gary and feed him the proper food for times of the day. After being neglectful and spending most of his time by himself, Gary ends up becoming sick from a lack of food and water. After SpongeBob comes back, he is told by Squidward that everything is alright, except it isn't. Gary walks into the room looking even more sick than ever, and SpongeBob calls the local veterinarian to see what's going on. After Dr. Gil Gilliam gives him a syringe full of snail plasma, he asks Squidward to inject the plasma for him. After all, he was the one that started the mess. After they get into an argument, he ends up accidentally stabbing SpongeBob with the plasma, leaving him worried about being turned into a snail. Squidward then tells him that it wouldn't be possible and then leaves the pineapple home. We then see a very unsettling transformation scene of SpongeBob slowly becoming a snail. After realizing what's happening to him, he then goes to Squidward's house to try to get some help. Squidward is left fearing for his life and tries to escape from him. This is where the supposed deleted scene takes place, where Squidward gets his nose pierced with the same syringe that he pierced SpongeBob with. He quickly, off-screen, becomes a snail. It cuts to Gary, SpongeBob, and Squidward singing on top of a fence, with Patrick being woken up and throwing a boot at Squidward. This is where the episode ends. For some reason, this is darker than anything that SpongeBob had ever released at this point. Even Scaredy Pants, the episode that premiered before this, wasn't as horrifying as this. But to be fair, this was 2 decades before the Red Mist reference even came into existence, as well as its equally terrifying infantile edit, but we're not going to get into that. So the rumor in question states that there was a deleted scene that only aired in the first airing of the episode back on October 28th. The scene played when Squidward got his nose pierced by the syringe, and before cutting to them by the fence, he quickly transformed into a snail. And just like SpongeBob, his eyes pop out, his arms and legs are quickly shrunken, and his back hinges to become, I guess, a snail shell. Obviously, we don't have any visual photos of what it would have looked like, but thankfully someone recreated an animation showing what it would have probably looked like when the scene first aired. It's quick, yes, but it gives us a good idea of what it could have been. The rumor also states that in the Poland dubs of the episode, they still kept the scene unedited, which, to be fair, would probably make sense considering how many shows have scenes left edited or unedited in other countries. Some more evidence to back this up is other deleted scenes that originally showed in early SpongeBob and even new SpongeBob episodes, like the gasoline bucket scene that was deleted from Just One Bite, the outside playfield scene that was deleted from Procrastination, and most recently, the Red Mist reference seen in SpongeBob in Random Land. It was shown in the US, deleted in the UK, and was later replaced with a very weird set of images with Squidward's face placed on top of a baby in the US re-airings. Another example, oddly enough, comes from Sponge Out of Water, where Mr. Krabs is being launched into a guitar case with the camera panning up to show that it came from Guns N' Roses member Slash. Oddly enough, this was shown in the original trailer, but never made it into the final film, even though it was kind of the big selling point of the trailer, even playing Welcome to the Jungle in the background. It just goes to show that even shows like SpongeBob will end up having a deleted scene one way or another, and it's nothing to escape from when making media. Almost anything from TV shows to movies will have a deleted scene from time to time. If you want to know more about actual SpongeBob deleted scenes, be sure to go check out Nintendo's video about it. He does a really good job going into detail about it. Now let's get into what I think will be my favorite part to discuss. The debunking. Let's start with the first bit of evidence, being that weird fade transition. For some reason, a lot of people thought it was just out of place for this kind of transition to be on SpongeBob, especially without the bubbles, because that's the transition SpongeBob is mostly well known for. But if you went back to watch some of the other episodes from season 1, a lot of them had that exact same transition. Some examples include Ripped Pants, Hall Monitor, ARG, and hell, even Pizza Delivery had the same transition. So it's not really out of place if it's in a numerous amount of episodes. Hell, even in the I Was a Teenage Gary episode itself, there was a fade that happens around the 5-minute mark where the ambulance is shown in front of SpongeBob's pineapple home. Another bit of evidence people had about the scene was the polished dub of the episode, keeping the scene intact. Again, it's pretty understandable for certain places of the world to modify SpongeBob episodes, but a Poland-only version seems out of place. Thankfully, one user actually managed to track down the official Polish dub of the episode, and as we expected, the scene was not there. I feel like this is all starting to crumble down beneath us. The final bit of evidence people had of this scene was that the original airing of the episode had the scene left intact. And it kind of sounds like this is some damning evidence for the scene to be real, since nobody would think about recording the scene's first premiering, and now that it's been 20 years since the episode premiered, nobody would really have it recorded, right? Right? Yeah, I didn't think so either. YouTube user 90s Give Me Goosebumps found a videotape in his closet that was simply just labeled Blue's Clues SpongeBob, and after putting it in the VHS, it turned out to be a preview recording of the episodes Scaredy Pants and I Was a Teenage Gary. This guy was lucky enough to own the original previewing of the episode back when it first premiered on October 28th, 1999. And we were lucky enough to find a download file of the recording that wasn't taken down by Viacom. So now that we have the official preview of I Was a Teenage Gary when it first aired back in 1999, we can now ask the question once again. Does it have the supposed deleted Squidward transformation scene that everybody is talking about? No. It doesn't. It just cuts to the moon scene that everybody has already seen before when it came to this episode, and there's no deleted transition or no deleted scene in sight. After all of the investigation we made to try to find this supposed deleted scene, everything ended up becoming blank. There was literally nothing else to find other than what everyone saw from day one. Nothing from I Was a Teenage Gary was deleted, and the stuff we saw in the episode was all there was to see. I know I'm pretty late to the party, but I really do hope this video can help put everything to rest, as we can now rest easy knowing that it was nothing but a simple rumor for an otherwise incredibly disturbing episode. And with all of that said, that's all I have for today's video. I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch this video, and I hope you all have a wonderful Halloween. I'm sure you all will definitely get a kick out of this. But I want to hear what you think. What are your thoughts on the I Was a Teenage Gary episode, and what are your thoughts on the deleted scene rumors? How long have you been following the rumors? Tell me in the comments. And if you have any other suggestions as to what I should discuss next, then be sure to submit them via Twitter, Discord, and in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this video, then be sure to hit the like button, and if you're new, the subscribe button and the notification bell with all notifications on, so you'll be notified whenever I upload a video. And if you want to support me even further, again, the merch link will be in the description. And with all that said, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. I hope you all have a wonderful Halloween. Bye.
Let's go. Jazz.